Hello, how's it going? It's Tiny Flame Rob here again. I'm making another recording to show off the fourth or the third section of the quest line that I've implemented. Hopefully my voice is okay because I've been sick for the last week or so. Yeah, it's just unfortunate, so I couldn't really record anything because my voice was gone. But I'm feeling better, so let's do this now. Let's just load into the game real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. That one. Here's a save I prepared earlier. So I added a lot of new things, but it's gonna take too long to point all of them out. So and I don't really want to point each and everything I've done out to you guys. So I'm just going to be pointing out the major things as we go through the quest line. Excuse me. Last time we ended off, we were doing the Boneheads quest, and we finished it, right? So if we look at our quest log, there's currently a bug with the quest log where some quests will get stuck when you complete them. I'm fixing them as I go, but there might still be some artifacts left over, like this one, for example. I'm working on that. That's a bug that for some reason started happening, but anyway. We need to head back to Gus, right? So we just saved the Bonehead Bros, and we took out the sniper, etc, etc. And Uncle Bones told us that Gus wants to talk to us, so we're going to head back that way. So maybe one of the first changes you can see that I made was like the stealth mechanics being implemented a bit more. So currently I'm hidden, but if I move like at full speed, like I'm like doing my little jog, I'm kind of visible because I'm moving around very quickly. But if I sneak, I'll be hidden, or you know, because I'm moving slower. I started experimenting at first by just making myself very visible when I ran, and if every enemy in the level just came running after me, it was very crazy. So I'm still experimenting to see what the right level of balance is for that. So let's just go downstairs. Oh, okay, let's just knock these guys out. You can see I gave the Hexpunk's hair as well. This is not completely implemented yet, and you know, I'm still working on the textures. So if you see any boxes there, just, you know, ignore it. I've not finished the textures yet. But let's just run back to talk to Gus. Hey, you close? We have a problem. Not close. What's up? Something's wrong with Clunker. And he's freaking out. Okay, cool. So, and the money from the C-Bank job that we did earlier. So if you remember the C-Bank job that, or the C-Bank job we did when we were hacking the terminals and there was a hacker on the terminals talking to us. That's what he's referring to. So we'll head back to Gus to see what's up. I think the quest log is updated properly. Something crazy is happening at the Stuff and Junk. We should probably go check in on Gus and Clunker. Another thing I want to change is this quest log voice. It's pretty loud. I kind of want something a bit more subtle, but we'll see what I do with that. Let's head back to Lowtown. Crashing noises. Yeah, while they talk, I'll sneak my way down here. So it's pretty cool because I can't just run down the way I used to because people will see me now. So I have to actually use the sneak mechanic. It's pretty cool. Is he gonna come right at me? No, he's lost. Cool. We'll sneak around this way. Well, I hope you guys are doing really well and having a great week. My week has been incredibly busy, with work being incredibly stressful. But that's why I'm recording this in the evening now. I'm not sure when I'll post this, just because I record these things in advance, just when the house is quiet and, like, you know, I have some time to myself. But YouTube says as long as I upload consistently, it's good, but I'm not that organized. I swing from incredibly hyper-focused to very lazy. I have no middle ground. Just make sure this guy goes away. Anyway, let's go and talk to these guys. Cool, so the quest will keep going. So something I've not implemented yet, which I kind of wish I implemented already, was like I want Clunker to, because Clunker is freaking out, I kind of want him to be freaking out in here. So I want the boxes to be thrown around, and I want him to be doing something strange, just to, like, you know, add some dynamic vibes to the place, not just have him sitting there constantly. But I've not animated or drawn any of that yet, so I can't do that just yet. But it's in the on the to-do list. So Gus is just kind of telling us how, asking us if there was like a hacker or someone during the Seabank job, and we're telling him yes there was. So he's saying that Clunker's got a virus, and yeah, he needs me to go and check in on the hacker who apparently lives in the Keystone Apartments, apartment number 5. So I need to go and sneak into the Keystone Apartments and see if the hacker's there. And if it is, I should, if they are, I should contact Gus, who can send the Bonehead Bros down there to deal with them. So don't mess us up. We'll never see the credits again. So that's what we're going to do now. Comeuppance. I also noticed that this is like one of the first like UI bits I drew. So the background here it looks kind of cool, but it's very difficult to read. So I kind of want to clear this up a little bit. So that's another thing I'm going to be working on. Comeuppance. That mystery hacker from Seabank job is back and messing with us. Gus is locked out of the stuff and junk systems. Worst of all, the credits we swiped got swiped from us. The hacker is based in the Keystone apartment building near Seabank, apartment number 5 on the 2nd floor. I'll drop in on them quietly and let Gus know what I find. So we will head back in that direction. It's a little bit of a back and oh my goodness, I'm gonna take this guy out because he's just being very difficult. Okay. I can still just kind of run at him. So bits of the stealth mechanics that I still need to add is like if I'm very close to someone, I want them to be able to see me, because currently I can just kind of sprint past people and they'll be like, whoa, what was that? Who's there? And do their search mechanic, but by that point I'm already hauling my butt away from them. And I also want them to, whenever they touch me, I want them to be able to know I'm there as well. So that's something that's not been implemented yet, but you know, that's also on the list to get done. Let's head back to eBank. It's this way. Cool. So you might see some different things here in eBank. If you watch my previous little video I made about the NPC patrolling, you'll see NPCs patrol around here now. Also, the lighting will look different. If you look up here, things are a lot more purple. And things kind of, so the purpleness here blends into like the blueness here, which blends into the purpleness here. So I'm changing all of the lighting in the game at the moment, because a bit sick, sorry. So all the lighting's been changed because I was using real-time lighting, because I didn't really know much about lighting. I've never made it this far in video game development before. So I'm switching to baked lighting for a lot of the lighting systems, and it allows me to use area lights pretty well. So I'm implementing area lighting. So you'll see this like street area here is quite purple, but in the middle of the road is white, because this is like a dynamic real-time light, and this is an area light, so it kind of blends in really well. But yeah, so so you'll see that in this level, not in any of the other levels yet, because I still have to like rebuild the other levels. I've also implemented the stealing mechanic, so you can see there's a little data pad left here on this table, and we can press E to steal it, and it'll actually be an informational data pad, which currently just says this is the string text from pad 1, because I was testing, this is the first one I ever made and I'm testing it. But picking it up rewards us with some credits, and it's a way to kind of get some lore, or you know, see some interesting conversations that are happening. They could either be quest, you know, they could be important for quests, or they could be important for just general lore and stuff like that. Adding some more lights as well. I don't think if I've actually covered this, but I made some new shaders, again thanks to some tutorials I found on YouTube. So we can actually see things scrolling now, so the billboards are a little bit more interactive. You'll get some, like you see and there's like a little hoverboard guy over there, so I'm adding some flying NPCs and vehicles and stuff as well into the game. Let me just sneak down because these guys will see me coming down here. You can see like there's still some billboards here that are just stationary or static billboards, and that's on purpose as well. Yeah, don't worry, it's nobody. And knock you out. Oh gosh, they're at an incline again. Oh gosh. Fortunately, they're very bad at their jobs. Gonna get this guy. Don't turn around. Got you. Okay, cool. So we need to go to the Keystone Apartments. 1 second. Oh, Yeah, so what you could see there briefly was like that muzzle flash. That's another thing I reworked, which I'm really happy about because the muzzle flashes before looked horrible. Like it was one of the first things I ever drew before. Like so, as I've been working on this little game project, I've been drawing more and more things, and now when I look back at the things I first drew, I'm like cringing because it's really not good. So I'm going back and I'm fixing everything. To a point where I'm happy with it, or happy enough with it. So the muzzle flash is one of the things. You can see that the turrets are very vicious. I've got 30 hit points left, down from like I think I had 85. So they are definitely not to be messed with, which is on purpose as well. So let's go up here. So this is the new section of E-Bank, of C-Bank, sorry, the new of the C-Bank map. This is where the Keystone Apartments are. I'm experimenting with some more. Oh, I should show you guys the. Can I go downstairs real quick? Show you guys the other shader I made. So, oh gosh, stop shooting me, please. Can I see it from here? I can't really. Okay, let's go back up the elevator. Maybe we can see it then. It's a little bit tricky. Maybe we can see it down here. So you can see the scrolling billboard, kind of. Sorry, it's at the bottom of the screen, but it scrolls multiple different ads, and that's a pretty cool way so that you can make the billboards be more interactive, and they can show off different ads. And I've been drawing some more ads as well, so you can see more advertisements. This here is like my test hologram. I remember when I was talking about it in the previous video when we were in the warehouse district, I kind of want to make some holograms, but holograms kind of vibrate whenever you see them, or they swirl around in a circle, which I can also make it do with this shader. This one doesn't look too great because I'm still trying to figure out how the transparency works for the textures. For some reason, when I add my shaders, even though I do include the alpha channels in my shaders, they kind of get ignored a little bit, especially when so this one here is supposed to be scrolling this blue light. It's actually a market ticker. I would not recommend getting sick. It's the worst. This is supposed to be a market ticker. You can kind of see some of the text just above it briefly, but it's supposed to animate, but it can't animate at the moment because the alpha channel just doesn't. It's not happy with me. I don't know why. The same kind of for this. This one's better, but you can see it's like difficult to read what that says. And this is too solid looking, so I need to fix that. And over here I'm experimenting with some ways to make the door frames look a bit more sci-fi. These are just random textures with again alpha transparency in them, so that I could test what they look like and how I can make them look sci-fi. See, I kind of like the blue bits around the sign, but I need to kind of find a way to make it look good consistently. Yeah, and also I made these little keypad things for the doors now, so that's pretty cool. And I made a new restaurant. There is kind of like a bug where we can sneak right up onto this girder here. There's a little restaurant down here called Bon Bonjour, which is a little place you can get drinks and stuff, but I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. And you can see this little hoverboard guy. He's still a placeholder texture, but I wanted to add some more verticality and some more busyness. When you think about a cyberpunk game, you know, everyone's busy doing stuff, so I want to add some people hoverboarding around. I kind of want to make that like a little mini game in the future where you can hoverboard for like a mission or like some type of mini game or a side quest, because hoverboards are awesome and I want them. Yeah, I'm hoping to add some drones and stuff like that as well. Anyway, I'm rambling now, so let's just get on with the mission bit. This is the Keystone Apartments. You can find it because it is because it says Keystone Apartments right here. So we have options here again. As with most missions, you can either go into the front door, or we can explore around and maybe go up on this girder here, underneath the billboard, and we can maybe go in through the window. And there's different like reasons why you might want to do one or might want to do the other. For now, let's just go through the window. So press E to yeet through the window. Bam, we've done it. This is the place. Anybody home? I should have a look around discreetly. Cool. And so this is the apartment building of the hacker. So we're going to have a little look around here, just complete the quest before I ramble on about some of the changes. So press E to steal. I think this might be too bright because it's kind of like making me go whoa every time I press it. So I might need to change the colorization a little bit. New job. Hey sis, good news. I just got hired as a junior researcher by Biomed Corp. Thanks for the heads up. They are posting me at some rinky-dink lab on the outskirts of town, but it's a start. I'll be able to send credits back to mom and dad now. Gonna work so super hard. Long live Biomed. Haha. Lots of love, Reggie. Press E to steal employee of the month. So this is gonna be a picture of Reggie, and he's gonna look ridiculously nerdy and like adorable. But I've not drawn it yet, so I can't do that. This is a door. And there's a turret here, so this is going to be part of like kind of a trap, but I have to implement the mechanics for it. Gonna steal this pad. Sure, we move you to the whatever placeholder, no problem. The Kayla says we are allowed to. So this is just the wrong button. This is just the hacker conversing with some entity. I'm gonna try and steal this as well. I don't think there's currently a way to steal this without the turret seeing you, because I'm this is a job offer. Yo Zebi, I already told you, if you want to hire us, you need the credits in advance. You know we don't work cheap. You also know that we are worth every credit. If you don't have the money, you could look elsewhere, but this job, hitting a biomed R&D lab is dangerous, even for our level operation. Good luck, Buckaroo. Ace. Yeah, I died a lot because of the tower shot me, because I can't turn it off yet, but whatevs. I'll just go this way. I still need to implement the dialogue as well, so this is getting a little bit placeholdery, but this is the end of the mainline quest as far as I've done it thus far. Keep yourself busy, I'll call you when I've got more information. So the quest log currently says Gus is trying to get in touch with his contact. He'll call me when there's more info about our hacker friend, or where our hacker friend is hiding. Until then, I should keep myself busy. And yeah, that's currently where it ends. So I'm thinking this is like a good spot to end the mainline story quest for a demo, because I would like to now kind of switch gears, and rather than continuing to implement the whole storyline, just polish off everything I've done so far, because it's all kind of like there. And I was playing through the whole, to make the save game earlier, I was playing through the whole storyline, and the whole game I should say, and it is quite fun. It's starting to feel like a game now when I play it, which is cool. But there's a couple of things that I need to implement still. For example, I need to add some more traps, and I need to add more ways for the player to interact with the enemies to take them out, because having that is pretty much the hook, or the primary mechanic for me. To make the game fun. The storyline is cool, and I think the environment is kind of cool, and the way that you can interact with loads of little different things is really fun as well, because you never know what you can interact with, so you're kind of incentivized to explore. And even though I made the levels, I found myself exploring strange nooks and crannies just because I was curious about what was there, even though I built it, so I should know what's there, but you know, whatever. So like that's a pretty good sign, I think. So currently what I want to do is just polish everything off and make it like really good. There's a couple of things that I still need to implement feature-wise. For example, you can see into the apartment because this is a top-down game. And if you see the turret up here, I don't want the player to see the turret because it's a trap, right? If you come into the elevator through the front door, and you jump in here, if you're not careful about how you move, the turret's going to shoot you. So you're supposed to try and sneak around and not get seen, and wait for the turret to like turn away from you, and then get up behind it and then defuse it by hacking into it. But if you can just see everything, it kind of gives everything away. So I want to make like a shader, or some type of like a surface shader, or it's like, something on the screen that just hides. Or even just like a quad that's black that just hides the apartment until you enter through the door or the window. So I need to implement that. I also need to implement the minigame for the turrets to defuse or hack them. I've already I've done the design for it. I just need to draw the graphics and the art for it. I need to implement the apartment level 1, obviously. You can see it's very empty. But more importantly, I also need to fix a bunch of bugs. I can't go, like for example, you can go into the apartments, but you can't leave the apartments. Once you're in, you're always there, unless I yeet myself through the window again. Yeah, press E to yeet back through the window. So I can leave out through here, but the door doesn't work right. I need to fix that. I also need to implement the GUVATs that you probably saw in the first video. I need more of them, and I also need to make them interactable, because currently you just have some implants already, but you can't buy or replace implants, which is not exactly, you know, fun. So I want to be able to have that implemented to some point at least. And also I want to be able to buy equipment. For example, I don't want to have I can still just like spam things. Similar to how I'm implementing the stealth mechanic, I want to be able to buy and different weapons that I need once I implement them. But also I need a store mechanic, and I'm currently thinking about the store mechanic. I'm not sure how I want to do that. I might want that in a different place, or I might want it in the stuff and junk, where in the stuff and junk on Gus's counter I'm going to finish the graphics on that, and then, or the drawing on that, and then maybe that's where you can buy things, or maybe there'll be like a little side store where you can buy things. I'm not too sure yet, but either, oh gosh, that's a lot of gas. Yeah, she's knocked out for a while. Yeah, either way, I need to implement that. One thing I can show you guys, I think, let me see if I press 4 and I press spacebar. Yeah, so I've implemented the crossbow, which is the only weapon that you'll have in the game. And the crossbow works like the traps do, but they allow you to use the traps in a different way, whereas like if you use a trap, you drop it at your feet, right? But if you use a crossbow, you can shoot it for a distance. And they interact with the game world as well. So for example, you can see my stealth, it gets bright because I'm underneath. Okay, this light is a bit buggy. Let's go here. Okay, let's not go here. Let's go find a light that's like normal. Interesting. Something's gone wonky with my stealth mechanic. I need to check that out because run is over. Okay, I see what's happening. Anyway, if we sneak, it'll work. So you can see as we're in the shadows here, it's dark. It's less dark, and now because I'm under the light, it's really dark, really bright, and people can see me. So I can use the EMP bolt, which is the only bolt you have with the crossbow currently, and I can shoot the light bulb, and it'll take the light bulb out. So that means I can now sneak past this without having to worry about the stealth being a problem. I can do that again, like for all of these. I can also shoot, and after a while the light will come back on again. You can see it come back on there again. And that's something that I'm really excited about because it is quite fun. Sometimes there is just an annoying light that you just want to take out, and you're able to do that with bolts. Similar to like how in the other stealth games you can, like, for example, the Thief game, you had water arrows and you could shoot out fires and stuff like that to sneak by. I thought that was a really interesting mechanic, and I kind of wanted to implement that in a way. But obviously, this being a sci-fi cyberpunk game, there's not going to be a lot of fires around to put out. So EMP is the way to go, I think. The only thing is I need to implement this for all light sources, right? So if we go to other light sources like this, I need to be able to shoot like the lift and have it work. It's also a little bit buggy with like not buggy, but it doesn't have a texture yet. So what you see being fired, that bullet, is just like a no textureless thing with a light attached to it. It took me quite a while to calculate how to do that because the problem I was having was you could see it shoot like that for now, but because I can zoom with the camera, because I wanted players to be able to zoom in and zoom out, if I zoom in, the calculation to calculate where my mouse cursor is changes, the y-axis increments, and that just sets off all the rotation problems with shooting where the bolt's going, because the bolt spawns and then is rotated and then goes into a direction to where the cursor is. There's a lot of math apparently that goes into this, as I discovered over the last couple of weeks, and I still don't understand how quaternions work and even how to pronounce quaternions, but yeah, like whatever. I managed to get it working in my hacky way, and I'm gonna leave it this way, and it's never gonna change again. And I hope I never have to do it again because the math was insane, and I still don't understand it. I was just like, cool, this is a function you can use. Awesome, I'm gonna use it. I don't know what it does, but this guy says it'll work. And trying to understand it was just crazy. So yeah, that's something that's implemented in the game. So I need to implement some more things. But hopefully I'll get there. I also need to finish off the Newsy terminal because it's cool that you can like read things, but it's very placeholdery. So I need to. So basically, that's my plan for next coming like, I don't know, coming months maybe. Just going to be drawing assets and improving assets that I have currently and polishing off and fixing bugs. And I'll probably be making videos of like just little more like short form videos just to show like, hey, this Newsy terminal, all of our Newsy terminals now work, and here's like some of the text that you can read in them, and hey look, you can buy things now, or there's like new weapons and stuff you can use now. It's just, you know, because it keeps me sane and it's fun to make these little videos to show off all the hard work. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got to show so far. That's the whole storyline as it exists currently. But yeah, hopefully have more to show you guys next time, so or sometime soon. So I'm gonna go and rest up now because I'm starting to feel rough again. So have a good week, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.